Welcome to Being at Home with George. I'm excited to be here, and I'd like to begin the way we usually begin by saying yes to whatever comes up, embracing it, and at the same time generating hope. And so I've been in this reflective mood recently. Maybe it's because I just celebrated 39 years of sobriety, just reflecting on experience. And I'm thinking about back in the day before recovery. I didn't really have much of a future to live into it. It seems like I was doing the same thing over and over, again, expecting different results. But there wasn't a panoramic view of what was possible. It was more like tunnel vision, just getting high and just doing the same old things, but not being really interested in anything. Like now, when I reflect on now, it's like if I had to go back and do it, there's so many things that I could have done. Reading books, maybe we didn't have podcasts, but still there were groups, there were things that I could explore, maybe join clubs. There's so much that I could have done, but I'm realizing that because you live in the future you see, I live in the future now, I see it as a joyful journey of discovery, self-discovery, but also that this big wide world and there's all of these things. You got free libraries. You can go on Google and Google things. You can go to meetings, 12-step meetings, or just attend town halls or whatever you like, whatever the interest is. You can go to see sports or you can go see plays. There's all of these things. But because my vantage point and my view was that I was stuck in this little tunnel and that I didn't have the space to create anything new. There was all this noise and clutter. And so now I feel like because I'm able to get rid of noise and clutter and just really live into a future that I love or that I want to move towards in. So being inspired and motivated, moved is really exciting. And so for me, it's been this work, having these sessions, but also writing books and talking about how do we unlock, how do we get to live a life that's worth living? How can we understand that we can examine our lives and we could see that no matter what happens, we can create space between stimulus and response. And in that space, we get the freedom and power to choose. So I've been able to choose life now, whereas before I was choosing survival. And so my whole point is that it doesn't matter where you are on the spectrum. Today you can begin new, fresh, and just create a life. Just like we create this possibility of saying yes to everything and generating the hope. We can do that with everything. We can choose to live a life that we want to move into, that we want to live into. And so we can do that. That's an inside job. That's something we could do by just realizing that because we have this masterpiece and we have this ability to imagine, and that we can actually think about reflecting, once again, reflecting on, what's the passion, as Joseph Campbell said, follow your bliss, or Jack Kornfield would talk about following the path with heart, that we can do that. And so I'm here to say that whatever comes up, we can embrace it, say yes to it, and then transform the roadblock into a stepping stone. And the stepping stone is we live into the future we see. So why not create a possibility of a future that we're moved, inspired, and motivated to live into?